Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And a very good morning, everyone. Welcome to today's webinar, High Impact Publication Webinar Series 2, Science, Technology and Engineering Cluster. With the name of Allah and most merciful and most gracious, we shall begin our session today with the recital of Kitab Al-Fatiha. Amin ya Rabbal Alamin. To everyone who is watching us on Zoom, and not to be forgotten, those of you who are watching us on YouTube Live, I wish you have a good day. How are you doing? I hope everything is going well for you. Please keep safe and healthy. I am Aisha Kira, will be responsible for hosting today's event. Dear participants, praise to Allah, we are able to gather in today's webinar High Impact Publication Webinar Series 2. For your information, this is a series of webinar organized by Graduate Students Association and Center for Graduate Studies, UTHM. In addition, this webinar series divided into two clusters, which is Science, Technology and Engineering, and also Social Science, Humanities and Education. As for starting, this webinar series is on Science, Technology and Engineering cluster, and it is my great pleasure and honor to welcome today's speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Ramlee bin Kamarudin from the University Tun Hussein on Malaysia. Before we begin, I like to go over a few items that will require the participation of all participants. First, please turn off your microphone while the speaker is presenting to ensure that the session runs smoothly. Next, following the speaker's presentation, we will have a Q&A session for you to ask our speaker directly. However, you may submit questions in the chat box during the presentation and we will address them during the Q&A session. And there will be a feedback form and also screenshot session before we end our session today. Thank you for your cooperation. Dear participants, it is a great pleasure and honor to welcome today's speaker, Associate Professor Dr. Ramlee bin Kamarudin from the University Tun Hussein on Malaysia. Allow me to introduce our speaker briefly. Dr. Muhammad Ramlee Kamarudin obtained his first degree from University Technology Malaysia with honors, majoring in electrical and telecommunication engineering, graduating in 2003. He then received both of his Master of Science in Communication Engineering in 2004, and later he obtained his PhD in 2007 from University of Birmingham, UK. His research projects, which include antenna design for 5G or 6G, reconfigurable antennas, and wireless system, have won several international innovations. Dr. Kamarudin is an author of a book chapter for book entitled Antennas and Propagation for Body-Centric Wireless Communications. And recently, he was one of the recipients of 2020 Top Research Scientists in Malaysia. So before I pass the floor to Doctor, I would like to voice out some expected questions from the participant that we have received during our registration process, which is first, there are some participants. Okay, so before that, we have several staff and students from local and international institutions. We have from UTHM, UMP, UTM, UPM, Community College, Polytechnics, University Negeri Jakarta, University of Andalas, Indonesia, Komsats University Islamabad. Okay, so for the expectations from participants, Doctor, first, they want to understand the process of writing to publish in high impact journal. And then the requirements for a research to be considered having a high impact. and also strategy and advice on how to write a good quality manuscript to be accepted in high impact journal. So now, without further ado, I will hand over the session to Dr. Ramlee bin Kamarudin. Please welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for introducing me. Thank you for everyone who are attending this session. Let me switch on my video if I can. All right. Okay. So today we have not just a student, right? We have also staff members who are joining this session. Am I correct, Ain? Because I heard that you mentioned like that, and we also have a participation from outside Malaysia, right?
Yes, correct, Doctor.
So I believe now in Pakistan maybe around what time? Just minus by 4, 9, 8. Oh, early in the morning. Okay, thank you very much, our friends, our clique, our partners from overseas who are attending these sessions. I'm so happy to be with you. Yes, good morning, Pakistan. Okay, so from time to time, everyone can, you can stop me, you can ask questions, we can have a discussion. I believe that this session is, I would like to have an interactive session whereby anyone can speak if they want to. The most important thing is this is not new because of we have many series before, right? This is the second series. Basically, the first series, I watched the first series video because I would like to know what I should be presenting today. So I watched that kind of video, and then and also I watched the video from we had before this. I think GSA has organized two series, one for science and technology, and another one for education, humanities, and social science. Am I correct, Ain? Yes? Okay. So it's fine. It's fine. What I'm going to do today, I would like to probably inject or probably give you another view of finding information, another view of finding a research topic, another view or another angle of understanding what sort of journals they are very popular. They have a good publication, so that you will be later on will be published in that particular journals. In terms of what is the tip, how to write, what to write, and everything, why paper being rejected or other related matters, I believe that you have been, been told enough, been discussed enough, been informed enough with those or previous lectures or previous talk. So by the way, it is fine if you still have inquiries that you may not get or obtain from the previous talk, you can ask here so that we can together find the solution, maybe to find the answers. Okay. All right. Let me share my screen. So I think some of the expectation that mentioned by Ain have been answered by those previous talk. To those who are very new, who just joined the sessions, I will provide you the link to the talk later on in my presentation. So don't worry. Okay. So to those who are very new students, so you are welcome. Because of very new students, I believe that in this, how many today? In this 108 participant, I believe you may be a new student, so that you want to find what will be how to find the research topic, right? Okay, Ain, what are you doing, Ain? Are you a PhD student or master student?
I am master student, Doctor.
Master student. So yes, even though master student, you have the small project, right? You have a mini project that You need to find out what you want to do for your mini project. What is your title for your project? What is it? Have you started your project?
Yes, I have already started my project.
Okay. If you can share, what is the topic?
Okay, basically I am from Faculty of TVET, Education TVET.
All right, good. Yes.
Okay, so I am doing, I am developing a module, teaching
Okay.
module.
Teaching
Yes.
module. Okay, that's good. That's good. So I think after you finish, you will be a very skillful teacher, for example, a very skillful educator or trainer. This is very important. We would like to produce what we call produce professional, produce teachers, produce things. So all university has the same spirit to produce a very skillful engineer, for example, and so on. Okay, so yes, everyone can interact with me. Should be no problem. I also would like to interact with every one of you here. So let me see how to share the slide. Share screen, right? Share screen. Okay, let me check my screen first. Okay. If I share the screen, can you see it now? No? Yes, please. Can you see my screen, Ain? Okay.
Yes, doctor.
Because I can see my screen through my laptop, but I cannot see through Zoom. Okay, okay, Ain can see. How about others? Can someone tell me? Anyone can tell me. Maybe anyone from Pakistan or anyone from other universities. Can you tell
Yes,
me whether
Dr.
you...
C.
Aida, you are from?
I'm from UTHM Pago.
Okay, I know UTHM can see my slide. How about other university? Can I get feedback? Okay. Don't please don't be shy.
Doctor, there are some uh, comments in the chat box. They
Oh,
from
comment. Okay, where should I go to
UKM. So
comment?
they said that they can see your
Chat, eh?
slides.
Okay, chat.
Yes, it's clear.
Oh, can. Okay, thank you very much. That's good.
Yeah.
Why are you guys so shy? You can just speak it out. So be confident, all right? Sometimes when you just write some notes or messages, means that we are not too confident to say something. So next time, please say something. Okay, all right. So let me screen. Okay, so I think you can see Ain, you can see the slide clearly, right? The
Yes,
whole
doctor.
right? Okay, that's good. So I should start now. Okay, I would like to, sorry, I try to bring it down here. Okay, so first of all, I would like to thanks to GSA because of this this poster is very good. Thank you very much because you make me looks great in this poster. Thank you. Okay. Then, but the most important thing is this is what I am going to discuss with all of you. Okay. So how we going to promote the papers, and I believe that when your paper being published, you will be get excited, right? Sorry, when you publish your paper, if the paper is a very useful, people will cite your paper. So the importance of publishing, I believe that you have been told about why we want to publish. Of course, to get the degree, right? To get PhD, to get master, or so and so on. However, the most important thing is when you want to publish, you want to keep that work belongs to you. Okay, please remind this. You want to keep the work belongs to you. That is why your supervisor may ask you or advise you or encourage you, please, after you finish this, blah, 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 and then we do this, we write this, and then finally we try to submit to the journal because we want to publish that. When the paper been accepted, then that is your work, then that is your copyright, that is your intellectual properties. So that is belong to you. Copyright is kind of intellectual properties. So whatever technique you mentioned in the paper, whatever technique you propose, whatever findings that you propose that belongs to you. So you are the one who invented that. You are the one who published that. So you should be proud of what you have done. So if you're not aiming of any publication or anything to publish, means that whatever you do is just for you without anyone else knowing what you are doing. So when you publish, you ask the other people, hey, look, this is the method to solve this, right? You're giving them a solution, how to solve a kind of problem statement. And then after that, when they get the idea from you, they try to further enhance the knowledge that you shared before. So this is something that is very useful in terms of academia, in terms of research, in terms of teaching. We would like to see people to continue whatever we have started. Okay, so that's very important. And then when they continue, your paper will get cited. So when they cite their paper, means that your paper very useful to them. That is why your paper also has inspired them to further that particular research. Everyone clear why you have to publish? Everyone clear?
Yes,
Clear,
doctor.
Doctor.
Okay, that's very good. I can hear your voice. Okay, I'm happy to hear your voice. So this is very important. I don't want to say about other thing like we publish because of this and this, but the most important thing we publish because we really would like to have this knowledge being shared, being disseminated to the world, for example. Okay, all right. So and then when you have published, of course, you need to build up your profile. Link it. I'm not really sure whether how many of you here have registered with this Linked?
So I'm among.
Yes, you have. Okay, good. So
Yes.
that's good. Please join. This is a kind of, I don't know. I believe that you have a Facebook account, right? Or maybe you have Instagram as account, right? So LinkedIn is kind of that, but more professional. Meaning that the people among that are more or less discuss about job spec, about the job opportunity, about the current trend, about the research trend, about the teaching trend. Sometimes they share their teaching slides, teaching notes, their ideas related to a specific topic, for example. Okay, so but like Facebook can be shared anything, right? Also Instagram can be shared anything as well. So but LinkedIn is a kind of more professional. So if you haven't heard about this before, please try and see what it is, and then please register if you think very useful. Okay, probably after this, if you want to find maybe if you become an engineer or teacher, educator, trainers, and then you will find this very useful because you will get more people from all over the world. Okay, and then what else? What is that? I cannot see. This is RG. RG is a research gate. This is a research gate is something that I believe have been mentioned by the speakers before. This research gate is about when you publish paper in WOS, Web of Science, you will get the research gate identity. So then you can find what is your profile, what is your research profile, such as what is the research profile, such as who knows? Anyone knows? Ada siapa tahu research profile? Like what? H index, for example, right? Okay, total numbers of publication, total number of citation. So you can get that from. This is free, Pablon, free. You can. I think it's very straightforward. But, okay, and then yes, this is also very important. Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And Orchid. Have you heard about this as well? Orchid. If you haven't, then please search. What is that? And then, yeah, this is the Google Scholars. And then I think, Pak Jumintono, I think you have heard everything like this, right? Try to see who. Okay. And then last but not least, what I want to share today is about lens.org. Everyone
Pardon,
here,
Prof.
yeah, I just asked. I think you're familiar with all this, right? Orchid, Google's. Okay.
Yes,
And
I think
then,
so. Thank you.
okay, good. And then Lens. Okay, I'm going to talk about Lens today. I don't know, Ain, have you tried Lens before? Lens.org.
No, doctor, it's a new thing for me.
Okay,
Actually,
I
yeah.
believe could be new thing for many of us here, right? But this is very useful. Later on, I will show you how you guys are going to use it, especially for young, not young, for of course you are young, for new students who are just registering your PhD study or master, for example. This is very important. Not that, also for young lecturers. I'm not really sure whether we have a young lecturers here or not. I mean, young lecturers mean you just join university. Whether you are young or not, that is very subjective. I mean, young in terms of the services. This is very important because you can see how LAN can help you in order to promote, or in order to understand what is the current trend of the particular research. So we will go to that, okay, today. So other than that, you can use what? Scopus and so on, okay? Okay, and then when you have all these, I believe you will get excited, okay? I believe you will get excited. Good. Okay, expectation. I believe this expectation also will be the same expectation as your expectation to me. So we would like to strategize your paper and the selection of the journal. This is very important. Not just, I think you know how to write, right? You know how to write. Many researchers tell about how to write a good journal and so on. And whether you realize or not, the technique, the method, they are similar. Whereby what you need to have an abstract, you need to have an introduction. What else we need to have? Ain. Anyone else here that I can ask? Nur Hayati, what else we need to have in writing journal?
So I think we have to have introduction, we have to have the method, we have to have the result and discussion, and we have to have a conclusion.
Yes. May I know who is speaking this now?
Yes, it's Sani Inusa Milala.
Fanny, okay, thank you very much. Where are you from, Fanny?
I'm from UTHM,
Oh,
a
okay.
Nigerian community.
Okay, thank you very much. Good, that's very good. So I believe that not only just you, everyone here also may have the same thought, may have the same understanding, right? So it means that you know what to do. So every journal is like that. If you don't have that, the chances to be accepted will be zero because you don't have those kind of templates. That is very standard template for every journal, not just Q1, Q3, Q4, Q1. Scope journal also need to have that particular standard. So yes, good. That's good. Okay, and then after that, you know how to initiate communication with other researchers. That's very important. Number 2 is also very important. Not just you, because you want to get more clarification of the knowledge. You need to contact with the authors. We need to contact with the publisher, for example, and especially in your particular area. And then last but not least, you will build your own profile. Like, for example, Scopus profile. What else? Web of Science profile and so on. Okay. LinkedIn. I don't know how to pronounce. Is it LinkedIn or LinkedIn, something like that? So I think, so yes, you can build up that profile as well. Okay. All right. A little bit about my working experience. Probably I have mentioned this before, right? You have introduced me, right? So maybe you have mentioned this to them. Okay, just a brief one. I'm now a Deputy Director of International Office. So I believe that many of international students at UTHM especially may contact me, or maybe we have met before through many occasions. And then before I joined UTHM, I was a senior lecturer at Cranfield University, UK for 2 years. And then prior to that, I was working as a academic and researcher at Wireless Communication Center, WCC UTHM, for 14 years. So before I joined, before I went to the UK. And then I also invited as a visiting researcher at a few institutions such as Tokyo Institution, NYU, New York, Queen Mary, as well as Silesian University of Technology, Gliwice, Holland. So those are the my working experience with researchers in my area. So my field of interest, my area is about antenna design. Okay, I would like to congratulate everyone, especially to my dear friend, my dear colleague from UTHM. So my dear friend from other university, please congratulate us because we managed to get a 5-star in QS rating system for overall. Thank you very much for every effort to everyone here who have contributed to this achievement. Thank you. All right, at a glance, this is about the publications. Our university, UTHM, okay, the H index is 60. This is the previous one, October 2020, and then now we increase from 62 to 70. And there are some of the current achievements, okay, compared to previous years. So a lot of things need to be done. We need the contributions from, especially from our colleague from UTHM and also our student from UTHM. But the students or colleague from other university, you are encouraged, you are advised, encouraged, you are inspired to working together with us. Thank you very much. Okay, so those are for the faculties we have. Okay, we need to do a lot of things. Now is now is July, so we have a few more months to complete this year. Okay, I hope that everyone, we will get it together and then we try our best to achieve the indicators. Okay, okay. So general indexing, I believe that you may have heard about general indexing, right? So those are so many, right? So which one that you familiar with? Can someone or anyone here would like to share? Which one that you familiar with? You familiar with GB Math or Econ Bees?
Scopus, Google Chrome. Sorry, Google Scholar. Google Scholar.
Google Chrome.
Yes.
Yes, Google Scholar.
Mendeley.
Scopus, Google Scholar, yes. And what else?
Imago.
Imago, okay.
Mendeley, Skimago.
Academia.
All right, good. At least you familiar, not all, but at least one from here you familiar with, right? That is good. Rather than, but for new students, don't worry if you do not familiar with. It's fine because you still have time to play with all these toys. Okay. All right, good. Okay, I believe this maybe the famous one, Scopus, right? I don't know. As a student, as a staff, maybe every year you have your own target to publish in Scopus or in Thomson Reuters means Web of Science. Okay, am I correct? Am I right? So how about other university? For example, our friends from maybe from Pakistan. If you are doing PhD, what will be the requirement for PhD? Or if you are as a staff, what will be the requirement every year over there? Can you share with us? Anyone? I'm waiting. No one?
Doctor, there are one
In the box, text box.
Yes, in the chat box.
Can you read the text box, because
Okay,
it's
sure.
not easy for me to control the chat
It's
box.
from Huri. He or she said he or she was doing master.
Okay.
So from one Nur, UMP previously need to submit to ISI for PhD.
Previously, what does it mean previously? Now no more?
I think it's I mean it's new for them.
Oh, new for
I
them.
guess. Mm-hmm.
Oh, they have to submit to ISI. ISI means Q1, Q2, Q3, or Q4. How about UTHM? I am doing master, right? Who are doing PhD here in UTHM? Can you share with us?
Two scopus,
Sorry,
I
Doctor.
guess.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, two scopus for
Two
UTHM
scopus, not
PhD.
ISI like Unimap.
That one is UMP. I think it says UMP previously. Maybe now it's changed because
Oh, UMP,
uh,
Unimap. Okay.
yes, UMP Pahang. So
Okay.
for UTHM, as for me is as I know, it's two scopus
Two
as in
scopus.
publication.
Okay.
Yes.
Two scopus throughout your studies, right? Three years studies.
Yes.
Two scopus. Okay, that sounds reasonable, right?
Yeah,
Everyone
quite reasonable.
reasonable, or you think is too difficult?
You have to find certain publications that publish faster. Maybe you need a few of charges. You have to pay charges, and you have to collect some money lah to or get grants if you want to publish faster. I think.
Sorry about the sound. Please bear a moment.
It's okay.
Right. Okay, thank you very much for sharing. So indexing, I believe that you know Google Scholars, right? Google Scholar, many papers there, but Scopus, a subset of Google Scholars, so not many papers cited or indexed by Scopus will be in Google Scholar. Not all papers indexed by Google Scholar will be in Scopus. However, if you look at the ISI journal, Web of Science, not all Web of Science will be indexed by Scopus. Okay, you can see the cross section there. It is not the whole cross section. So ISI is not all of them is subset of the Scopus. So, but if you see the shape is smaller than Scopus, it means that less paper or very quality paper will be indexed by ISI. That is why if you go for quality, you go for whatever paper that has, you go for ISI journals. Then you will surely tell other people that, hey, I have published in Q1, or I have published in Q2, or even Q3 or Q4. Those are the quality ones because they are indexed by ISI or Thomson Reuters. Okay. Okay. In my top packages, I have 3 packages. Okay, what I call as a bronze package, and then silver package, and then the last one is the gold package. But today I may not give you the whole package because I want you to hear more. So I give you one by one. I'm joking, actually. Okay, so when we have these 3 packages, what happened? So finally, we will get this success. Okay, so my package probably will provide the path how we're going to be success in this particular topic, for example. Okay, what is the brown package? Brown package is about what we do before. I mean, before we write or before you write. That is the brown package. Before you write, what you should do. This is very important. Okay, So before you write, you should study your field or area of research. And then you should know your journals and audiences, and also develop communications with authors. Okay. Any one of you have done one of these, for example? Or probably all of them. Anyone? Ada tak siapa yang dah buat? Oh, dalam chat box.
Sorry. It's the same person again, me.
It's
Sorry.
fine.
Okay. I've done this, but yeah. The next step to write it is a bit challenging.
Oh, okay.
But I've contacted the authors. Like in my field is in strength design of furniture. Basically, the authors are in the sometimes in the forestry department, sometimes in the civil engineering department. But I'm currently studying in FKMP, so I'm focusing on the strength design, meaning the more into the daya dan sebagainya lah tu kan. So I found that the journal, the audiences, and I've contacted with the authors to get their notes from Purdue University and all that. So prominent authors, and
So do you think
the journals also.
it's useful?
Yeah, it was useful. I contacted and then they give notes, they give advices, and then there are also editors, some of them chief editors. So hopefully can publish as soon as possible with them.
Very good, very good. Thank you very much for sharing. Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. So I think you have done that. That's good. How about others, the rest? Do you know how to get the contact? Do you know who is the right authors that you want to communicate with? Do you have any idea? Tahu tak macam mana nak contact dengan mereka? How are you going to contact them?
Good morning, Doctor.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt. I can give my experience on
Okay.
getting.
Can you tell me your name before you start?
Sorry, I forgot to introduce myself. My name is Shaktivel, son of M. Lachmanan. I'm currently masters in mechanical, doing in FKMP UTHM.
Okay.
Okay, so I managed to contact a researcher from University Malaysia Pahang.
Okay.
Via ResearchGate. I messaged them through ResearchGate, and
okay.
I get his email. And fortunately, his research was very much related to my research. Therefore, through that, I get his email and then contacted. He gave me his thesis. He gave me his papers, and yeah, it was good enough for me to refer. That was
very good. Very good. Thank you. All right, that's good. Shaktivel, thank you very much for sharing. Okay. To those who may have not done this or may have no experience, may not know how to find the contact, so that is why this talk is very important. So my package today is about before you write. While writing, we can talk later, but before you write. So now, look at here. This is the example before we go as a hands-on, right? This is what I mentioned about lens.org. Okay. Then here, for example, I just type antenna. Antenna is my field. So I just type antennas, for example, and then I find. I click search, and then it shows that 445 research work on antennas. It can be anything, okay? But at least we get something, some ideas. And then from that, we can see what is the most active authors in antenna. See, when you know, you look at the guy's name down there. Can you see the names? Okay, when you know this name, can you see my cursor moving?
Yes, doctor, it's clear. We can see that.
No, my cursor.
Yes,
when I move
we
the
can
cursor.
see the moving.
Okay, what I'm doing right now?
You are doing a circle.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, good. So can you see when you see this guy's name? So you can start to communicate with them. If you don't want to communicate with them because they are maybe top or very prominent or top professors in the world, what you can do, you get their paper because you know their name. You can simply get their paper. When you get their paper, you will see how many names in that paper. You can contact the corresponding author of the paper. All right. If the paper really inspired you, if you really would like to know more about that. So this is how we know about the people who are doing antennas in our in my field, for example. Okay. I think we have a friend here from UTHM, right? Yes, Ain kan? Oh, Ain tak ada. Betul ke? We have friend from UTHM here.
Yes, Doctor. We do have from UKM.
Okay. You yang jawab tu daripada UTHM ke? Are you from UTHM?
No. I'm just dreaming.
Okay. Can I hear any voice from UTHM? One or two? Are you from UTHM? Anyone from UTHM?
Yes, I'm from UKM. Sorry.
Okay. Fariza from UKM.
Yeah.
Okay,
Actually, I'm
Fariza.
staff UKM, but I'm doing PhD in UTM right now.
Okay, that is fine. Okay. As long as you are from UKM and you also have a colleague from UKM. Okay, if you can you see the name here? Can you read me the first name? If you can see the name.
Raj Mitra, right?
Raj Mitra. Okay. Now let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. This guy, Muhammad Tariqul Islam. He is from UKM.
Yeah. He's my colleague.
Okay. Oh, he's your colleague. Okay. So Muhammad Tariqul Islam, he's from UKM. See, you have a very prominent, I can say a superstar in antennas.
Yes.
Tariqul. So he has published document more than 500 or almost 500 documents. Okay, 500 document in antennas. Okay. So because you're doing in UTM, right? Let me see. Where is it? UTM. Can you see any names from UTM? Okay, you know this Muhammad Kamal Abdul Rahim?
Yeah, Professor Kamal.
Okay, this guy is from UTM. So the rest is not from Malaysia. This Peter Hall is my supervisor. He has been retired for almost 10 years. Okay, so this is Peter Hall, my supervisor. Okay, and then they are not Malaysian. This is a consonant Balinese. I believe that anyone who took antenna subject, you know the books, Balinese book, right? About antenna theory. So this guy, Balinese. And then Kamal here. So see now two from Malaysia. One from UKM, one from
UTM.
Can you find any other names? Can someone, not just Fariza, anyone can spot any other name from Malaysia? Maybe you can.
Muhammad Ramlee Kamarudin.
Muhammad Ramlee. Who is Muhammad Ramlee? Muhammad Ramlee is from?
UTHM now.
From UTHM. So we have UKM, we have UTHM, and we have UTM as a most active author in antennas. So that's good then. We have our friend or colleague representative in this particular field.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Congrats, Doctor. Actually, I'm doing antenna as well.
That's good. So you can contact those three guys if you want to have any opinions or things about the antenna.
Because I just noticed that Prof Tariqul is one of the list, quite concerned is that, and
yes.
your name as well, and I read your paper as well.
So Tariqul is a good friend to me. Kamal also a good friend to me.
Yeah, I guess Prof Bahia also, right?
Yes, Bahia maybe not in the list. I cannot see his.
No. I can see also. I didn't see.
Okay, but it's fine. But that is not the idea here is you get to know the people in your area so that you can contact them. You can contact everyone there, not just us, 3 of us. You can contact who else here. Like Zining Cheng is a very top professor in Singapore. Jiro Hirokawa, I went to Tokyo Tech, as I mentioned in my working experience. So I went to his lab, I did measurement at his lab. And then Makata Ando and everyone else, we met a few times in conferences. Okay, so that is for the author. And then this is for the journals, the most important things, the top publisher in Antenna. So okay, this is Antennas, but you try your field, all right? So I just give example because I cannot give other people example. I try to give my own example so that you can see clearly how we're going to utilize this land to help you, to assist you before. That is why I said in the beginning, this is very important for new students and also new or young staff, for example, in order to look at what is the importance field. Okay, here is the IEEE. Most of the people or author would like to publish in IEEE. And also what is that? This is also IEEE. So Elsevier is not many because electrical, but for the chemical or chemistry, so maybe they will go for Elsevier, right? So Nature, Wiley, and so on, not so many. So if you want to publish, okay, now I would like to ask siapa buat PhD sini? Nur Nadia Nasir, can I ask you?
Yes.
Are you doing PhD?
Yes.
Okay, good guessing, right? Which university?
UTHM.
UTHM. Okay, Nadia. If you want to publish, where will you put your paper in?
IEE.
Yes, of course. If you put your paper in here, where is it? ACM Press, for example. Can you see my cursor there? ACM Press. Oh, but this one still have, okay. So if we IET, not many. Okay, if you put your paper here, this is 10,000, less than 10,000, maybe 1,000 papers published there. So you may not be noticeable, okay? So the implication, you may not be noticeable because people will not notice you because you publish in, what can I say? For example, like, I think you understand what I meant, right? If you publish in not many people, aim for that particular publisher, and then your paper will not be, the chances to be cited is not high. Not many people go to that particular things, not high. But if you publish in IEEE, then the chances to be cited, the chances to be noticed, the chances to be read, the chances to be downloaded will be very high because of 130,000 of documents has been published there. So it means that shows the interest of the authors in publishing their papers. Okay, everyone get the clear idea about this? Yes, no?
Yes.
Okay, good. Okay, now let's I go to the next one. Okay, source of publication, that is the IEEE, right? Now if I narrow down that IEEE, so we can see that which journal that many people would like to, which journal or conference. So see here, the IEEE transaction on antennas, many top professors there, and then IEEE wireless propagation channel, wireless propagation magazine, microwave and optical technology letters. This is also many researchers there. This is a Q4 journal. This is a Q1. I believe this is a Q2, Q3, and then this is a Q4 electronic letters. So if you are doing antennas, probably this group you may focus on when you want to publish. Okay, now you know how to where to publish, right? So maybe my colleague asked me, where should I publish? That's why I don't know what is your field. Go directly to your field, use Lens, and then from Lens you analyze which journal that many of the authors would like to publish. So try that journal. Okay. And then that is for document. And now look at for the top 10 top 100 authors in citation. Oh, sorry, let me go back. Top 100 authors in citation. The citation, you see, I think Tariqul also there. This is Tariqul. He has almost 5,000. And then you can see other Malaysian as well. I believe Professor Tariq may be there. Professor Kamal there. I don't know whether Professor Tariq is there or not. So those are top 100 citations in antennas. Okay. So citation means when you publish something, people will read your paper. So surprisingly, although Rashmitra has the most documents in antenna in terms of documents, but in terms of the citations, this guy Robert W. Health has 30,000 citations. So who is this guy? So we can go and see. So this guy also Yaya Rahmat Sami also have many citations, 20,000 citations. So this is very important. When you know about the authors, you will get to know about their papers. Okay. Okay, next is you know about the research area. If you use land, you know about the research area. Easy for you to see whether this research area is obsolete or still in a current trend. So you can check. So when you want to do something, you can tell people, hey, this is still demanding. The area, look at the numbers. People are publishing in that particular areas. Many numbers, like for example here, what else? For electronic engineering, 106,000. Physics, computer science, and so on. Microchip antennas, monopole antennas. So many people also have published there. This is number responding to the documents. Okay, all right. So now, Ain, can we have a break? We cannot just straight 3 hours, right? We have to have a break, right?
Yes, sure, Doctor.
During this break, everyone, please go to this web, https blah 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 lens.org and try yourself. And then later on, we can I will show you how to find the analysis. But you try first. Is it okay? So before we stop, maybe I try. Is there any questions in the? Where should I go for this question in the chat? UMP can see. Okay, not many. Scopus, okay, current. Okay, everyone, you can try. Lens. Okay, it is free, okay? It is free. You just use that. Lens.org. Okay, I cannot see any voice. Are you now is trying or what? What are you doing at the moment?
It's trying, Doctor.
Trying. Okay, that's good. That's good. Okay, I over to Ain. Okay, yes. So we have how many minutes for break? 15? Is it okay? Because this is online, right? We cannot have people to have too much in terms of screening.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, 15 minutes. Is it okay, everyone? 15-minute break.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Doctor.
All right. Okay, please try. Lens. Okay.
Welcome back, everyone. So, Doctor, I think everyone is ready and everyone is okay. Shall we continue, Doctor?
Yes, why not? Okay, so please come back. Thank you, everyone. Do we have any friend colleague from Indonesia? Ain?
Yes.
I mean Indonesia in Indonesia.
We have participants from Universitas Negeri Jakarta.
Okay. Thank you very much. Okay, so I leave it to all of you just now to explore lens by your own. Okay, how is it? Is it good? Anyone want to share? What is your finding? Please share your screen, and then after that we can see how is it. Anyone? Just share my SV. Hanafi. Hanafi. You want to share, Hanafi, your work? Your finding? Hanafi from which university? UMP. Okay. If you want to share, please share your finding. Can you share your screen, and then we can see how you utilize, how you explore lens, so that everyone can learn together with you. Okay, Hanafi malu. So anyone else who would like to share? Ramai ni, kita ada 169 minus 1, minus me 168. So I believe we can get one volunteer, or maybe two. Why not?
May I, Doctor?
Yes, please. Go ahead. Proceed.
Still me again. Sorry for
it's fine.
To the others. Okay, I share my screen. Okay, this is the as I said before, my field of study is focusing on furniture.
Yeah.
So the strength design of furniture to be exact.
Hanafi, sorry. Fidaus, before you go further,
yes.
Can you show how to start with?
Oh, okay. Okay, I just go to the main page.
Okay, good.
Okay, so for this one, and then you go start searching. And there are two parts. There's scholarly works, and then there's patterns.
Okay. Which one that you go for?
I went for scholarly works because it's more into publication. So for patterns,
good. So that one is for pattern. One is for pattern. If you later on, after you finish, almost finish your study, or you have anything that you would like to pattern, to publish your pattern, so you can go to pattern search. So you can search what are the patterns that are probably maybe similar, or you can see the trend of the patterns. Now we go to scholarly works, right? Okay, the first one.
So I type here furniture.
Okay, so furniture, right? Wow, very interesting.
Yes. So furniture, and then I got this all these publications. It includes all the research papers, all the book chapters.
Okay. So in
from
furniture,
here I went.
Have 69,000 documents.
Oh yes.
Okay.
So in general lah. So I went straight away to the prominent authors on the right here.
So you know them?
So there are, yes, this one Prof Jaga in UPM. Okay, so Prof this one Prof Smedeski is in Poland, in Poznan. So I've read the articles. So I know
before
these two,
this, Fidaus and our friends here, before this you may have read some of their papers, right? However, you do not know whether they are prominent or not.
Yes.
Yeah, but now you know, you can see clearly, right? Okay, good. So in terms of region.
So from here, so region, okay.
Region C, not many, right? What regions?
So the main one is from the US. Yes, so from the US, I found previously I found the prominent authors, but not through Lens, but through different channels.
Okay.
So so this one it concurs lah with my research, my finding before this, that prominent authors mainly are from the US.
Okay, is that all that you explore for the lands?
And then I I clicked the name of the prominent authors, and then I got to know their publications, their
Good.
present
Very good.
employment. So
Yeah.
and then
See,
you
you
can
know
guess
where is
everything.
he belongs to which
Yeah.
university,
Yeah.
his profile, easy for
Yes.
you to contact them later on. Good.
Yes. This one. Okay.
Okay.
So I think that so far that's it, because
Can you show the
yeah.
back? Okay. Can you scroll up? Show
Okay.
again the not this one, the previous
This one.
one. Okay. Can you go up? Go up. Go up. Maybe.
Okay.
Okay. Wait. All right. You can also find in terms of region. For example, if you want to see whether in this region, Malaysia, Indonesia, Singapore, so you go to international country region. Can you go there on your left?
On my left, okay, yes.
Okay, go there. Then you can click. You can find load more, or maybe you type Malaysia there. You type Malaysia. You type Malaysia and search. 580, right? Okay, then you refine.
Yes.
So see how what are those universities who are doing in terms of furniture, for example, in terms of which is more or less.
UTHM, the most publication in terms of furniture,
yes.
and then UPM.
Yes. So what you can do now, if you really would like to communicate with local people, local researcher, that's the way how you do that. That is for Malaysia. If you make it a little bit broad, so you take Malaysia, you take Indonesia, Vietnam, Thailand, Singapore, then you have many from our region, Southeast region. And then after that, in the world, you can have the rest.
Okay.
See, now you know. What are the universities who are doing the similar thing. So say for example, in the future, especially for PhD student or young researcher, if you want to do attachment or you want to go somewhere else to do like a discussion, or you want to have a mobility, staff mobility or student mobility, then you can go to this kind of universities because they are doing similar things that you are doing. So that's the importance of using this thing, all right? The significance of doing this. Okay, so can you untick Malaysia, Indonesia, Thailand? Can you please untick? Untick. Okay. Just untick and then you clear. Yes. Go back to the previous one. Okay. Now you go on your left, on your right. You go to analysis. Okay. On your right, analysis. Yes, that one there. So analysis, you can find more universities. You can find more authors. You can find more publication, book, conference. In fact, you can filter there. If you go, you can filter. For example, if you go to the publication, on your right, please, on your right. Okay. You can see ada tanda macam tunjuk ke bawah atas tu, tanda cross. Click that one. Setting. Then you can filter what type of graph you want to see. You can filter what type of document. For example, publication type. Go to publication type. You can filter only journal, index, blah 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 blah. For example, so you can do that if you want to. You can narrow down, and then in fact you can add more authors, because some of these may give you up to 100 authors. You can have 1,000 if you want to. So you can have more. Okay, this is for the publication. If you go down, you may see the authors, right? You go down. That is the top field. That's the top field you can see, and then that's the universities covers. And then if you go down, I think engineer. That's the author. So this author, most active author, right? This is not up to 100. You can filter up to 100 or 1,000, up to you. You go to the setting.
Okay.
And then so limit 20, right? Then look at the limit. 100. Then you change for bar to vertical bar. Instead of bar chart, change to vertical bar. Easy to see. Okay. See? But you click you click that to make it this no, I think go down. You can see that this chart show the more. Can you click the ada tanda pen tu apa? No, okay, click that, show okay, no. Go up, tengok kita nak keluarkan chat ni.
Nak keluarkan.
No, sebelah dia apa? Sebelah dia. 200 kan, yang sebelahnya.
Grouping.
Ya, two groupings. Okay, cuba kalau you klik, macam mana nak keluarkan dia? Okay, yang saya buat tadi. Besarkan dia. Dia seorang
macam
dia.
doktor buat tadi.
Saya pun lupa je yang saya buat lah. Tengok grouping apa?
Tu grouping. Dia certain
okay. Okay, cancel this. Okay, so that's the thing. You can see see the name of the authors, then you can communicate with them. Okay, that's the important. But in order to pop up that one out, you have to play around. I cannot remember how did I do. But yes, you can do. Okay.
Doctor, try single column, doctor.
Single column. Where is it?
In this one, setting.
At the top. No. At the top.
At the top.
Going up again.
Oh, go up. No, not this one. Up. Go up. Single column.
Up again. You can see there. Single column.
Single column. Click that. Thank you very much. Okay, go down again.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. There are the thing. Yes. So you know that particular members, so you can communicate with them. If you don't want to first please don't directly communicate without knowing what they are doing. You have to go and read their papers first. Read their papers, then you communicate. Okay. Yes, Hanani. What is that? I'm not mistaken. The information let us see with anything that can also be found in Scopus. Do you have any idea on this? Yes, you can use Scopus. Why not? Scopus will give the similar thing, but I prefer to use LAN because it's easy. You can get it straight away. But it's fine. That is one of the methods, LANs. You can also use any other methods. That as the most important thing is the method will help you to link you with those particular or with those authors. That's very important. And also the method that link you to the current trend of the research, so that you can do something useful, something in trend, and then you are easy. Eventually will be easy for you to publish. Okay, thank you very much, Firdaus, for your presentation or for your sharing. So that's very important. But that is not just stop there, because a lot of things that you can explore. Okay, I hope that you can do better than me. Okay, Firdaus, what are you doing at the moment? PhD student?
I'm trying to go out. My study is in I'm in FKMP UTHM.
PhD, right?
PhD, yes.
Okay, good.
Focusing on strength design of furniture.
All right, yes, good. That's good. Okay.
Saya nak keluar ni macam mana?
You already left the. You already.
Okay, already left. Okay.
You already left your screen. That's fine.
Okay.
Let me share my screen.
Okay. Assalamualaikum, Ramlee.
Yes. Pak. Yes.
May I add something?
Please.
Okay, I am Jumintono from UTHM. I'm a lecturer in FPTV. Very good about this site, Land Scholar. I just visit my work in Land Scholar, but many paper that's in. Sorry.
Yes, please.
Paper in published in indexed by Land Scholar. But not all the papers are indexed by Scopus.
Yes.
Yeah. You know that if we use this website, Land Scholar, I afraid that most of us will get the not good papers, because the references that we use to support our paper is to increase our quality of paper, right?
Yes.
So the references must be the best. Take for example Q1 or Q2 or from the ISI Index Journal. So I suggest all of us to use scopus.com, but license scopus.com, not the free scopus.com, because if we want to explore the best document in Scopus, must use license scopus.com. Like in UTHM, maybe has a license for scopus.com, so we can filter the document from the highest, from the best. Take for example Q1 or Q2.
Okay.
I think this is my suggestion. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Joe. My click. Okay, so basically lens. If you look at again what I shown here, can you see this, right? Everyone can see, eh?
Yes.
Okay, so look at here. This lens shows the statistic of the most people published in that particular area. For example, in antennas. If you look at IEEE, and then if I go, if I narrow down, just now Firdaus didn't show about going narrow down from the publication, but okay, if you go narrow down, you can see the journals there. So these are the journals many people publish. And then if you can see IEEE transaction antenna, this is a Q1 journal. So everything is there. So means that the most important, the significance of using lens is you can get a clear picture what are the interests of the people in that particular area, so that you know if you want to publish something, you can go, you can try publish in that particular journal. For example, in my area, the highest journal for antenna is this transaction on antenna and propagation. This is a Q1 journal, and then IEEE, WPL, EWPL, wireless propagation letter. This is sometimes Q1, sometimes Q2, but it's very good as well to publish there. Okay, other than that, may not related so much with antenna. Okay.
Okay.
You get my the meaning here is what is so much related to that particular field. If you publish in this particular journal, you know that many people there will go there, many antenna society will go there and cite, will go there and read. But if you are doing antenna, but you publish outside of this journal, so maybe there are not many people will appreciate your work because they do other things. Maybe they do electronics, they do, because this is a kind of multidisciplinary journal which is not so specialized. So this is a kind of so lens will give you some insight things. What is about the interest of the people, authors in that particular area. Okay.
I got your message. Okay. Thank you.
Yes. You can go to Scopus and you can do. Scopus will give you a lot of journal than lens, but this is just for this particular. As I said just now, when you want to do something, you want to be noticeable. You want your paper to get cited. When you want to get cited, means you have to publish to the magazine or articles or journal that many people will go into that, rather than you publish somewhere else, but after you will not get any citation, even though after 10 years. Okay, is that make sense, Joe?
Yes, thank you. Okay, clear.
Okay, good.
Thank you. Yeah.
All right, no problem. Thank you for your sharing your thought as well. Okay. All right, let me continue with this. While preparing your papers, okay, everyone ready? This is not long because we already, this one I'm not going to cover this thing, because while preparing we should learn from the expert. I noticed that Dr. Zaidi, Professor Zaidi Embong, in this group, he also has given or presented numerous talk regarding how to prepare for the papers. But today I just give a very recent one, which is this one, high impact publication for social sciences, humanities and education. So if you go to this link, you can watch his speech or his talk regarding this matter. Very useful. Okay, this is for social sciences, also organized by GSA. Okay, and then this one 10 July, which is I think now is 14, right? 15, 5 days ago. Okay, just quite recent. And then this is the 1st July. So in July, I think GSA is very active. Have brought to you 3 speakers to talk about this. So they are very serious, okay, in helping, in assisting students. Okay, this is another thing regarding how to write the papers. Okay, you can go to this YouTube, you can read, you can listen to them. So very useful information that they are presenting and also shared with you. Okay, so that is the second package. I can give mine, but more or less the same. So that is why it is good that you learn from other experts. Okay, other than that, this is maybe we also have a questions whether we want to go for open access or non-open access. Joe, what do you think about this? Joe?
Yes.
What do you think about open access or non-open access?
Okay, thank you very much. Open access is maybe one kind of journal, yeah. Actually, all the journal is paid journal.
Okay.
So the problem is, who is the in charge for payment?
Okay.
If the author pay the publication, so everyone can access. So it's called open access. But if the journal and the author free from EPC, in charge of EPC, article publication charge, so maybe cannot someone access the journal. So maybe like a subscribe journal, right? But maybe there is one type of journal. It is something like hybrid journal, yeah. Hybrid. So can access open access or closed access, I think. Okay, thank you very much. That's all.
Good. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Joe, for that information. So, okay, may I ask students, anyone that aware of the term open access and non-open access, who want to give a try? Or maybe I try to find Supangat from Indonesia, right? Are you there? No? Okay. If no, anyone else? Please, this session is not one-way communication. We're going to have an interactive communication, right? Okay. Anyone? Just tell about what do you know about open access and non-open access? Tak ada ke?
Assalamualaikum, Doctor.
Yes.
I am Murad from UMP.
Oh,
I
Murad.
want to something, but not clear about this. Open access means if I want to publish in this journal, I have to pay for publication.
Yes,
non-open access means in here I have no need to pay for publication. It's my concept.
Right. You are PhD student?
No, MS student.
Sorry?
MS student.
Oh, okay. That's fine. So yes, thank you, Murad. Okay. So basically, you are not supposed to pay for open access. Your supervisor have to pay, not you. Okay. If again, maybe not supervisor also have to pay. If there are many authors there, so why not we just maybe divide the fees or article fees among us, among the authors, for example. Okay. So yes, open access you have to pay, but non-open access is free. However, many of the journals nowadays they are now focused on open access. Open access means when you publish, you have to pay, of course, the article processing fees or article fees. But then the good thing is that other people, anywhere else, anyone else, industrial people or other academic people or any people, public people, they can access your paper easily and freely. So when you do that, you may increase the chance of citation. I mean, increase the citation because of you allow people to download your paper. So means that in terms of the citation can be easily achieved because of that. For non-open access, normally if you are from university, then university have paid some license or some fees, so then you can download that paper. If not, you have to pay to the publisher to buy the paper, to get the paper. Or I don't know if you have a very good communication with the authors, then the authors can share the paper with you. But that one, I'm not really sure whether it can be done or not because of because all papers have a copyright, so maybe not that easy to get that paper as well. Maybe the author not share the whole paper, but the author may share the abstracts probably. Maybe the abstracts, what is all about. But then you need to ask the librarian to get the paper for you as a student. Say for example, like if you think that this paper is not easy to be obtained, you ask the librarian whether the librarian can get it for you or not. Okay, so yes, that's the thing. So for example, if you want to publish in open access, because many journals are now open access, like for example in this international journal, Antennas and Propagation. So this is, if you look at the article processing fees, 2,100 dollar. This is in dollar. So ringgit Malaysia more or less 8,000 kan, or more than 8,000, right? More than 8,000. And then maybe Pakistani, I'm not really sure. Indonesian rupiah, I'm not really sure how much is it. So maybe I buy to us, this is also expensive to pay. But if you collaborate with the editorial members, for example, like any of them, if they really want to collaborate with you, sometimes you can get a special price, or sometimes the fees will be waived. It depends on the journals. Because of this editorial member, they provide services to this journal to for example, handling the papers, reviewing the papers. So they may have a special price maybe, or they may have a special maybe waive as well. So that one you need to communicate with them. That's another way of doing it. Other than that, it is also good because of when you have a paper published together with other international collaborators, the weightage of your paper will be very good because of you have a collaboration with other people. For the long term, then it is good for have a staff student mobility, and you can do a lot of things apart from joint paper publication. All right, so that is the silver package, which is you can learn from the expert. But now, after you publish, this is very important. After you publish, what you have to do? So after you publish, you have to promote your paper. So this is how you promote. Okay, when you promote your paper, you may not be able to put the paper. So for example, you want to attach your paper in Linked so that everyone can download. That is not as easy as that. You have to see whether if your paper is open access, it's fine because it is free for everyone. But if your paper is not open access, you cannot do that. All right? They have to go through the appropriate, say for example, they have to go to IEEE Explore. If we have friends from Indonesia, University Bandung, for example, or Indonesia, and then they have to go through their library and then go to IEEE and then download the paper from that because their library has paid for the license, for the fees, for example, to IEEE. But if you want to give to them, for example, if you want to give to them, you put in your website and ask them to download, that is not correct. You put in a link, ask them to download, that's not correct because it is not open access. So that is the copyright that we signed before we agree with that term. So please be careful, okay? So not all paper you can share with those people. They have to have that kind of thing. Otherwise, if you collaborate, then that is another story. Okay, and then you can also have a Pablon. Pablon is a web of sign. I think this is free. You go to Pablon and then you register. So they will create your profile. If you publish in Web of Sign journal, then you can see your profile. If you just focus on Scopus, Scopus, some of the journal of the Scopus is not indexed by Web of Sign, so you may not see that particular journals in Pablon. Pablon only focus on Web of Science journals, Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4. And then you can also build out your profile through all ORCID. So you go to ORCID and then you register, and then you update. You can also import whatever publication from Scopus. So you can link ORCID with Scopus. So they can just straight away take whatever database from Scopus, especially the publication list, into ORCID. Okay, ORCID now is widely being used. So sometimes if you want to submit journal in any manuscript, they will ask you what is your ORCID ID, because they want to link. So that's why whether you like it or not, you have to register. It depends on, I think, many of the journals now do like that. And then Google Scholars is automatically being built for you. You can go to Google Scholars, type your name, you can see. As long as you publish in any journal which is indexed by Google Scholars, you will see that list in your profile, Google Scholars profile. And then this is a ResearchGate, as mentioned by our friend just now. Through ResearchGate as well, you can get some ideas, or you can communicate with Firdaus. Okay? You communicate through ResearchGate, right? With the authors, which is similar, that they are doing similar research. And then Scopus, you don't need to do anything. What you can do is you publish in Scopus, and then your profile will be there. I think you know, right, how to find the profile, right, in Scopus? Anyone knows? Anyone realize that you have your Scopus profile? I think Joe know how, yeah, right, Joe, you know how to find your Scopus profile, right?
I think so. I can.
Yeah, we have a friend here from UTHM, UTHM, and so on. You go to your library, and then I don't know, VPN. You access that one, and then you put your ID and then your password, and then you can simply get the database of your library, and then you go to Scopus, and then you can find your profile there. Okay. And then this is for UTHM. You have to put it there. Okay. If you are not really sure how to find the Scopus ID, maybe because of I almost done, so maybe we can try here. This is land, right? Can you see this one? If you go to Scopus, without through using your librarian's website, you can also type Scopus preview, but this is not, you cannot do anything more than that. This is very limited. You can go to auto search.
Doctor, we can't see your screen. We are still at the slide.
Okay, you cannot see my screen. So what can I do now? I stop this one, and then I share this one. Can you see now?
Yes, visually seen.
Okay, let me bring this down. Okay, let me type again Scopus. So when you type Scopus, you can have this layout, but this is very limited. You can go to auto search, and then you can search them. Say for example, like Firdaus, siapa nama tadi tu? Yang UPM. Tak apalah, kita try Raj Mitra, because you Raj here, and then Mitra, because he's the first name that when I give the example, antenna just now, Raj Mitra has the most publication, right? The highest publication. So this is our last name. Maybe last name is Mitra. And then this is Raj. And then we search. Okay. There are so many. But this is not belongs to him. Dentistry. Oh, there are so many. So maybe we go to simplest one. Okay, siapa nak try? Ataupun saya cuba ni ya. Siapa ni? Who want to see your profile? If not,
segan, Doktor, segan.
Segan, okay. Okay, kalau segan is fine.
Share dalam chat lah.
Okay. Kalau you tak nak see your profile, segan tak apa, it's fine. But this is the way. You just put your author name there, and then maybe we just try randomly. Tadi ada nama tadi kan? Kita try randomly. So kata tadi apa? Mitra tadi, Mitra, and then Raj. But this is not him. This is not him. This is I don't know who is it, but we can check. Not check. I mean, we try to see the profile. You click this one. You click the name, and then you can see the profile. But this is not the Raj Mitra in antenna. This is not antenna. You see, there is no antenna here. This is different guy. Okay. This is just for the example, okay, everyone? Just for the example. So you can see the H index, you can see citation, document, and so on. So you can see yours. You can see yours. But this is very limited to that. You cannot go further because of this is not from the library. If you go to the library, then you can get more further. And then this is corpus. How about Pablon? Pablon. You just type Pablon. Here, look, register. When you type Pablon, you register. Okay, give your name, blah, 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 and everything, and then you register. When you register, if you have published in Pablon before, you can easily get your Pablon, your research profile there. Okay, that is Pablon. And then Google Scholars, right? Google Scholars. Okay, this is Google Scholars. Maybe now I type Raj Mitra. This is medical, not him. This is wrong.
I guess double T, Doctor. Raj Mitra.
Double T, eh? Yeah. Antenna, double T. Okay, let's see. Yes, double T, you are right. Okay. Okay, this is his index. This is the guy. This is H index 95. H index. Look at the citation 51,000 citation. You know, I met this guy in 2012, but I met him many times. I met this guy 2012 in Chicago. During that time, we celebrated his birthday. What tahu tak berapa age dia masa tu kita celebrate? Can you guess? 2012, 2012 we celebrate his birthday. The conference organizer celebrate his birthday. Masa tu, if I'm not mistaken, 82 years old. And now he's 92 maybe. He's very active. Very prominent and very active professors. So very good example to every one of us who are doing antennas. Okay, this is how you get the profile from the authors. So this profile is open. You can easily get not only Raj, you can also easily get for other scholars as well. This is not because of you want to see what is his index and so on, but no. This is you want to know what are their publications so that you can communicate, you can talk, you can get more from them. Okay. All right. So I share this one again. Okay. So what having said all this, so you know about what you should do before, what you should do during, and then what you should do after. Okay. What are the motivation? This is very, very important motivation. This is very simple one. So the simple tips. Okay, you should, in order to write a paper, you should write the simplest. Let me write here. Simplest part. Okay, simplest part. And then after that, you focus on hardest part. Okay, this is how you write a paper. I don't know whether you do like this or not. You write the paper simplest part or hardest part, or you're not sure which part. Anyone? How you practice? Simplest part, right? Okay. So what are the simplest part? Yeah, contours. Okay. What are the simplest part? We have to start with the simplest part. If you want to write something, okay, you cannot start with the hardest part. If you start with the hardest part, it won't motivate you to further. You may stop, you may delay, you may do other things because you said to yourself, this is very difficult. I don't want to do this. I have no courage. I have no motivation. That's why start with the simplest one. I nampak ada slide yang ni? Saya tengah type ni.
Simplest part dengan hardest part, Dr.
Can you see this slide? Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Tell me, what is the simplest part? I think you've been attended many talk, right? They may have said this. So what are the simplest part?
Simplest parts of
the paper, writing paper.
Papers. I guess identify the purpose of the paper.
No, we are talking about writing paper.
Introduction maybe.
That's the thing kita kata tadi, writing paper. We are not talking about those things. We are talking about writing paper. Introduction.
Okay.
Introduction. Okay. Simplest part, introduction. Maybe I'll use a different color. How to change the color? Let me see. Okay, I don't know how to change the color later on. Okay, introduction. If you I don't know, when you attended those previous one, do they mention about simplest part and hardest part in terms of writing? Or you have forgotten?
Can I share materials and methods?
Sorry?
Can I share, Prof?
Yes, please.
For me, actually, I didn't participate the previous part, but for my case, what I do, I take if the paper is experimental one, then I take the results part first. I write the results part first, then I go for methodology, and then I go for introduction and last the conclusion part. Because I think the results or analysis part is the simplest part for me, if it's the experimental paper.
Okay, so I try to get the key there. Key, you mentioned about result, you mentioned about methodology, and then you mentioned about what else? Sorry, result.
Results, methodology, and then conclusion, and finally the introduction part.
Conclusion. Okay. Conclusion, this one. Okay, good. Okay, maybe because of this is a paper, so I add one more here, which is like abstract. Right, abstract.
Yeah.
Paper. They're not just abstract. There are also title. Right, paper. Okay. Okay. So this is the thing that I can capture from what you have said. Thank you very much. Okay, now we try to align which one is the simplest part, which one is the hardest part. Yeah, who yang tadi tu siapa? May I know again your name, please?
My name is Wajiha.
Wajiha from?
Wajiha.
Yeah, Wajiha from?
I'm from College of Engineering, University Malaysia, Pahang.
Okay, UMP, Wajiha. Okay, so Wajiha, you mentioned about you do this first, right?
Yeah, it's my strategy actually. I don't know which one I should do first.
You do this first, and then you do the methodology second. No?
Yeah. Sometimes I do methodology first and then results and findings. But this is the two things, methodology and results, I complete first.
Good. Okay, and then you go for introduction, and then you go to conclusion there. Okay.
Then abstract and then title, finalize the title.
Okay, this one maybe. Okay, that's okay. Like what I said is correct. So if you want to write a paper, you should start with the methodology first, methodology section. This is because of
you are right.
When you start with the methodology, you have read other people's previous work, right? And then you will come up with your own method. So from that own method you tried, you maybe simulate, maybe fabricate, maybe measure, and so on. And then after that, you get the results. So this must come first. So methodology must be number one, and then result must be number two. Results or findings. I mentioned I put it as a result. Easy. So start methodology. You write methodology, and then you write results. Then when you write the methodology, of course it will. Of course, it will direct you to the results. So when you have a result, then you can conclude what are the results means. Okay, then you can write the conclusion. Okay, and then when you know all these things, then you can write the abstract. Okay, because you know about what is your method, what is your result, what is the conclusion, you can write the abstract. And then, of course, by doing so, you can write your title. Although maybe in the beginning you may not sure what is your title, but then you can write the title after you have written the abstract. And then you will start with number 6 should be introduction. Because it is not easy to write introduction. For example, if you
I think so. For me, the introduction part is the hardest part in the paper.
Yes, correct. You are right. This is not.
Most of the time, reviewers I get comments from reviewers in the part of introduction.
Correct. You are right. Because if your introduction is not strong enough, the paper have a very high risk to be rejected.
Yes.
Okay. And then I put it as a abstract here. Okay, number 6, the hardest part. Okay, hardest part is number 6. Abstract title. I think that's all right for the paper. Methodology, result, conclusion, abstract, title, introduction. What else? Sometimes they ask you about acknowledgement, right? Acknowledgement, that's very simple. You can do that later. Last one, maybe you don't have to do it. You have to focus. Introduction and so on. Method. Okay, I think these are the body content of the paper. So if you follow this one, so you will be easily write your paper.
Reference, what the reference?
Reference you will write after the introduction, right?
Maybe discussion, sir. Discussion.
Discussion. here. Discussion and result here. Discussion together with the result.
Okay.
Yeah? Because when you have the result, of course you have to discuss. You cannot just put the result. You have to discuss the result. So that must go together with number 2. So that is the simplest part, because of what I mean by simplest. This will guide you what you have to do next. If you start with the introduction may be changed. May not tell you with the methodology, may not tell you with the discussion, may not tell you with the results. Okay, so that one will be changed. Sorry. All right. And then when why you have to write the methodology first? Because you are so fresh. Yeah, right, Wajiha. You are so fresh with the methodology because you read from other people's method, and then you want to try that method, or maybe you would like to modify that method, but you still fresh. So it's still in your memories. You have good memory with that. If you do the measurement, you still fresh with the measurement. So write it down. And then when you get the result, discuss the result straight away and write it down. So that's why I said simplest part. And then you can write the conclusion. Oh, by having that and that and that, you can conclude. When you can conclude, you can simply write the abstract of the paper. And then you, by having all these 1, 2, 3, and 4, you know what will be the correct title for your paper. And then you write the title. And then after that, you write the introduction. Introduction is, to me, is something like I can call so-called as a storytelling. So you tell the people about the problem statement, about the continuity of this, what other people have done it, and finally you mentioned that not many people have explored this method, for example, right? That's the way you try to stress out your contribution. And then finally it will tell you with the references, because the references normally we put in the introduction. So you can write introduction and references later. But let's just imagine if you start with introduction and then references, what you want to write, I don't know, because you do not know about what is the method. You do not know about the discussion. You do not know about the results. So it's difficult to write the introduction. So this is not just for the writing paper. Please apply this method, this technique to write your thesis as well. So in order to write a thesis, do not start with literature review chapter. Start with the methodology chapter, and then result and discussion. Later on, you can conclude and put the abstract. And then finally, you can write the literature review, because you know what is going on throughout the research. Okay?
Prof, can I interrupt for a while, Prof?
Yes, please. Ready.
Okay, Prof, thank you for the very nice talk. Thank you, Prof. Ramlee, very nice talk. This is very interesting to me. But okay, I need to add some more point there, Prof, if you don't mind. Because normally, I think the way how you show to write the paper is very good indeed, very good. It makes sense. And to me, why the hardest part is the title and introduction. Okay, because the title, normally when after we review the paper, so we look at on the either the content of the manuscript will be reflect to the title or not.
Yes.
So it means that the entire content of the paper must reflect to the title. And the second thing for Prof, introduction, very crucial, because the thing introduction must have a statement, and then the most important thing, because normally the people missing is problem statement. Before you start with the methodology, we need to highlight what is the significant, what is the research gap, and from there you can start. Because this is the reason why these two things, title and introduction, very hardest part. Thank you, Prof. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor Zaidi, for enhancing this method, for make it clear why I put title and introduction at the hardest part. Thank you very much.
Yeah. No
so
problem.
I hope that this message has been, accurately received by everyone else here. Okay. Oh, Dr. Zaidi, I heard that you want to say something. You want to add more?
Okay, one more thing is the reference. The reference supposed to be at least 5 years back. Yeah, the latest 5 years reference. If you want to
latest 5
submit,
years.
I mean, some people they put 10 years back, but I think you need to put at least the letters at least 5 years back on reference.
Good.
Okay.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Yes, thank you. Thank you for sharing. Okay. So if everyone here, if you go to the link that I provided, talk from other speakers. So Dr. Zaidi is now one of the prominent speakers for paper writing. So you can also refer to him as well. So I'm so grateful that he elaborate more about the title and introduction, which is very useful. Thank you. Thank you, Zaidi.
Yeah. Very good, Prof. Because the thing is, some people when they write, the flow is not concurrent, it's not in the sequence order. So I think this method, the way you show to the student, the researcher, is very good indeed. This is the one that we need. Thank you, Prof. Very nice talk.
Okay, please share with the rest as well to young lecturers, supervisor. If you can apply this, not for the paper, you can also try this for thesis as well. So it's very, very useful, and in fact, it will motivate your student. In fact, as a student, you also will be motivated because when you have started something, then you will say to yourself, I don't want to stop because I have started. I should end whatever I have started. Okay, so start with the simplest thing. Simplest means something that you know what to write, rather than you start with the title, not sure what is that, and then introduction, also not sure because may not tally with the methodology, discussion, and results. So that's very dangerous. So start with something that you very convenient with. Okay, very good. So any more questions? I think that's I think I almost end there. Takeaway message: look for your correct journals, audience, build relationship with the prominent authors, work on your paper. You can register your profile ID and you can promote to get cited and cited. Okay, those will share this slide later on. If you want to get to know more about publication, which is package number 2, which is I'm not presenting here because I asked you to learn from other experts. So you can go to this YouTube, you can watch that, and also I did talk about H-index as well. Okay, so with that, over back to Ain. So, but I leave this template so that maybe we can have a discussion if you want to discuss more about this. Okay, Ain, over to you.
Okay. Thank you, Dr. Ramlee bin Kamarudin. I hope you all enjoyed these excellent presentations. So as for me, I think I have received a lot of information from here because I am, we can say that I am a starter, still a beginner. So this is really, really good for me. So now Dr. Ramlee bin Kamarudin will answer some questions. So if there are any questions that participants can ask directly to whether in the chat box or you can open your mic and ask questions. We will have a Q&A sessions now.
So if from the chat box I may miss because that is the combination between questions and I don't know, maybe information. So you are feel free to speak.
I can see that just now there are one person, Mr. Ahmad. He raised his hand.
Please. Should I stop sharing first? Or it's okay like this?
I think it's fine.
It's fine, okay. Okay, please.
Yeah, sure. Ms. Norfaniza, do you have any question?
Yes, please ask question. Don't worry. If I cannot answer, I have Zaidi and Joe to help me to answer the questions.
Yeah, sure. Assalamualaikum and good morning. Okay, Prof. I have one question. Okay, how to extract our thesis into paper? The best way to extract our thesis.
Sorry, the best way to extract your thesis?
Yeah, yeah.
What do you mean extract?
in our thesis, there are many topic, right? Like me, I'm engineering, so we have a topic of like what we call that part of microstructure, part of engineering part. There are some in our thesis. There are many part, right? In our thesis. So what the best way to extract the topic to the paper? I mean the
You mean is that if you have a thesis, your PhD
Yeah.
thesis, for example, you want to extract that for publication in journal.
yeah. Yeah, that's my question.
Okay. If you do that, maybe it may take longer time to be published, and then you may not able to achieve what 2 scopus for your study, right?
Yeah.
So maybe the best thing to do is you write a paper first. Maybe in your first year you write one paper, in your second year, third year another paper, and then from that you can integrate, you can modify, and then you put in your thesis. That will be good for your thesis writing. It will help you a lot in terms of thesis writing. If you write a thesis first, thesis is not easy to be written in the first 1 or 2 years, right? Because of still not, maybe it is not it's not the same as writing paper. Writing paper, you have a very specific objective. For example, you want to solve this, you come up with this solution, then you write and publish. But for your thesis, it is not that. Maybe half of the objective may achieve with that one paper. Okay, so if you write your thesis and then you want to write a journal, I'm worried that you may not achieve these 2 scopus journal for your study.
But in my cases, I'm already completed my PhD. So I think there are some topic in my thesis can be published.
Have not been published yet.
Yeah.
But you already achieved those 2 scopus.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that is fine then. If that's the case, you have to look at, I believe that in the thesis, you are proposing something which is the evolution and revolutions or innovation of the previous section that you have presented in your thesis, right? So sometimes that one you may not, you may keep for good journals because the overall. So what I can see, you can look at back those 2 publications that you have written, and then see in your thesis what else that you can put in term, you can add in term of the innovation there, which is not been published. You go for good journal. You go Q1 journal.
Okay.
So in Q1 journal, you can have more pages, like for example, 8 pages, 12 pages, 10 pages. So that is good to publish in good journals, so that people can see the innovation that you have proposed in your thesis. I believe that this need to be discussed very well and properly with your supervisor, which part that you like to publish.
All right. Okay, thank you, Prof.
Am I answering? Because I haven't seen your thesis, I may not be able to mention this need to be published, that may be not suitable. I cannot say like that. But what I can say to you, I can advise to you, look at the last chapters that you wrote about the maybe the best solutions ever for your proposal for your thesis. That one may maybe we can see very worthwhile or useful to be published. If you still not publish that.
Right. Okay, thank you, Prof.
Good.
Okay, Prof. Ramlee, I have one opinion.
Yes, please.
Okay, normally in abroad, for example in UK, so each chapter represent one paper. Okay, let's say you have probably one paper, so this paper can become one chapter. But in Malaysia, the content of format is different because we have 4 chapters. So if you want to extract information, so mean that you have to look at chapter 4. Chapter 4 you have 4.1, 4.2. Okay, mean that 4.1, one chapter, one paper, 4.2, 4.3, and so on. So because in Malaysia, the content of format is different compared to abroad, compared to US or UK. Am I right? Yeah, Prof. Ramlee, yeah? Because in UK, one chapter represent one manuscript. Am I right? Okay. Before I add some information.
Thank you. Thank you. It also may varies from universities to universities. It varies from supervisor to supervisor. But in general, what Zaidi has said is yes, correct.
Assalamualaikum.
Yes, Waalaikumsalam.
My name is Orozi. I'm from Chad. Doctor, I would like to ask about the writing papers techniques you share now. And
You share now.
I am
Okay.
master.
I have stopped sharing.
Yeah. Yes, I have seen. Yes, I have seen. And I'm not really familiar with the research area. I'm in master by coursework last semester, but I would like to know about for the future. My question, I have seen in SMAP, like progress report, some things like this. And if you start with like methodology and result and discussion, and if you are in your first semester, you cannot have any problem by the university, because they're saying like you must submit your progress for the semester, right?
Yes.
Okay. If any part you start to submit, is it okay, or you should start with like chapter 1, 2, 3 progressively, or not? Don't have problem.
Is that a question?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Submit for defense, for defense or for progress?
Not for the progress. I have seen, but just I mentioned I am not familiar with the research area because I am coursework. And
Even though, Orozi, even though you are doing coursework, what you still have to do this mini project. When you do this mini project, of course, you need to have those elements, introduction, methodology, and so on. But for the first semester, maybe your introduction may not so correct. Not so correct, may not so sufficient. But the most important thing is you should put it there because they ask you to do that. You cannot simply write methodology, result, and that's all. No, that is not the way. What I mentioned, what I put it there in the slide, that is when we write a proper paper. So when you want to submit this proper report, you need to have everyone else. But in order to help expedite you in terms of writing, you read other people's methodology, then you think about what you're going to propose, and then after that, what you think about the expected result, and then you go to the literature review and write the literature review, and then you submit the report. That what we can apply with those technique. Okay, Orozi? So in order to find research field, even though you said that you are not familiar with research field, that is why I introduced Lens here, lens.org, so that you can go ahead and type whatever research area that you think you interest in, and then you look at what is the trend. That will help you to further enhance what will think may interest you. Okay, that will help you. You can also discuss with the supervisor whether it is good or not to focus in this area because of from the point of view I can see from land. So this area have many publications, many researchers are focusing now. Can we go there and try? You can propose to your supervisor like that as well. Okay, so that's good if you guys, everyone else here, utilize land to come up with the latest trend.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank
like
you.
Scopus, it is not free. Scopus, like Joe mentioned, you have to go to the library and then you put it your username, blah, 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 and then you can access. But like Lens is free, you can access anywhere else.
Okay, Doctor. Here are some questions from the chat box. So, from Bufa Muhammad, he asked what the most difficulty problem facing the students during publishing the paper for first time.
For first time? Okay, Bufa. Bufa, where are you from, Bufa? UTHM, UTM? Bufa is not here. Bufa. Okay. While waiting for Bufa, hopefully Bufa will listen to me. Okay. For the first time, of course, you have no
Yes,
experience.
yes, doctor.
Yes, Bufa. Where are you from, Bufa?
I'm from Libya.
Now you are in Libya?
Yes, I'm actually in Libya. I finished my master engineering, civil engineering,
From which university?
UTHM.
Okay, our brothers. Okay, Bufa, thank you for asking that. That's very important. That's very significant questions to me, especially
Thank you.
to everyone who are very new to publication. Yes, you are totally right. So means that we have no experience, right? When we have no experience, of course, we do not know how to start, what to do, what to expect. But the good thing is that is why you learn from the expert regarding how to prepare the paper. That's one thing. Another thing that I may not present today because of that is in my second package, which is preparing the paper that I asked you to learn from the expert. I believe the expert may say the same thing. You have to get the template of the journal that you really would like to submit to. How to get the template? For example, if you are Bufa, if you want to, what is your, I don't know. Say for example, if you want to publish in Elsevier, Journal A, for example. So you have to go to that Journal A, get more paper from that Journal A, study the template, study the how they run, how they study the language of the English that they use, study how they write the methodology, how they wrote the result, and so on. You study, get more template from that particular journal, so that when you are going to start your writing, you know what to write, you know the style to write, because you need to have the same style because that journal that you aim for. Right?
Thank you, doctor.
Okay, before, if you want to play football, you cannot wearing swimming suit to play football. You have to wear the same attire that assigned for playing football. So the same thing here. So that is why you focus on the journal. Everyone here, if you really would like to publish in that particular journal, get more paper from that study how they write.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, good.
Okay, and then there was another question from Nur Nadia Nasir. She said that I want to ask, I have submitted a paper to Q3 journal and done a correction for twice. What is the probability my paper is going to be accepted?
Oh, that's very, very difficult question. 50-50. Nadia Nasir, 50-50. Can I see that? Are you happy to hear that? 50-50?
Happy.
Why I say 50-50? Everyone here, if you submit, you have a 50% of acceptance. If you submit, everyone, if you submit, you have 50% of acceptance. If you do not submit anything, 0 acceptance. So in this case, 50-50. Although you have done all the correction, it doesn't mean the paper will be accepted in the end. No, not really like that. But you have a chance, 50-50. Good try. If you don't try, 0 chance.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Okay, and then there are questions from Shafika Rukayah. She asked how do I cite my citation from brochure?
From brochure? What does it mean?
Is Shafika Rukayah here?
Yes, I mean like I can find out the because this is a new thing, so I can find out it from company brochure only. I cannot
Oh, you
find
mean
it.
cite from company brochure as a reference, you mean?
Yes, because I'm try use the lens before just now, and I can see there is less publication on it.
Zaidi, Joe, what do you think? If the student would like to cite from company brochure or website, something like that. Am I correct? Yeah.
Prof.
Yes.
Okay, Prof.
What do you think?
Prof. Prof. Okay, Ramlee. We found that many of students, yeah, and we asked, especially this is they put the diagram, and then I asked whether you get this, and they just put the address. Yeah, the address. And then sometimes information in Wikipedia is not trusted, by the way. So you need to, maybe paper is much trusted. Yeah, maybe especially the source of Wikipedia, for example. So the source will remain multi-source. So to me, the most trusted set resources is supposed to be a paper, because paper have been revised compared to other, because information from other unknown information, maybe they cannot be reviewed. Maybe that is not reviewed yet. So we need to put the citation for the most trusted, which is the manuscript from the WIS or Scopper paper. So that's my comment. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Joe, what do you think?
What's up? What's up? Sorry.
If the student would like
I'm having breakfast.
No, regarding the references, is it okay if we write, if we refer to website for the articles, journals?
From the from the scopus.com?
No, I mean, if you want to write a paper and then in the references list, one of them or two of them maybe from the website, is it okay?
Okay, but make sure that the journal and the website must be indexed by Scopus.
No, this is not the website like Scopus. This is something like if you found information from company, you want to put the website rather than paper as a reference. Like www blah 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 company blah blah blah. Is that advisable? What do you think?
I don't think so, because the references not good maybe. So make sure our references, all the references, is the best references to support our quality of my paper.
Yes,
of
correct.
our paper.
Thank you, Joe.
Okay, mostly the references must be indexed by Scopus the best, or maybe Q1 or Q2. So the references will increase our quality of paper.
Yes, good. Yes, okay. Syafiqah, Rukayah, you got ada dua tu ya. Yang ni Joe and Zaidi mentioned the same thing. I tend to agree with them.
Okay, so let's move to the next questions. From Sunny, from Abu Bakar Jibril, how many papers can I publish out of a thesis?
10. Abu Bakar, to help UTHM, 10.
10. Okay.
Can you make it 10? No, I'm joking, Abu Bakar. So that one, I'm not really sure. I don't know. Sometimes maybe one, sometimes two, but at least two. Make it two at least, because that's the requirement for your PhD, right? So at least two. But do not stop up to two. You put at least two. But if you go beyond, that will give you more confidence and higher chance in many things.
Yes. Okay. Sure. So from Sunny Insa, why Q1, Q2, Q4? What do they exactly mean, and what is their impact?
Yeah, of course, they have an impact. If you Q1 means that the journal itself have more citations. If lower citation, lower Q. So that's why if you go to journal that has many citations, the probability of your paper being cited is very high. What we want as an academician, as a researcher, as a student, when we publish something, we want other people read and cite, use our method for their life. For if our method or our solution can improve their other people's life, we will be so grateful and happy, right, to help other people. So that's why very important, very significant to do this.
Okay, so let's move to Natasha Amira. Yeah, salam doctor. I'm Natasha. Can you differentiate between major correction and minor correction? What the common mistake for major correction and minor correction?
Normally, Natasha, if you been received the feedback from the editorial members, they will mention there either major correction or minor correction. Normally, for major correction, you will receive a lot of comments. Maybe from reviewer number 1, number 2, and also associate editor, they will give a lot of comments. So they give you major. Major mean you need extra time to finish it, to complete, to respond to reviewers. They maybe give you 1 month to respond. But for one minor correction, you will receive less comment. Some of maybe review 1 may think that okay, the paper is suitable, I accept that paper, but reviewer 2 maybe say something that you need to respond. So that one can consider as a minor correction. So you can see that from the email being received by the corresponding author regarding whether it is major or minor corrections. And then what you have to do next, you have to respond. How to respond to the reviewer? I believe that the speakers, the previous speakers have mentioned about this as well. How you can respond to them. Look at the video. I saw that section as well in the video.
Okay, sure. So, Doctor, due to limited time, we could not continue to the Q&A session, but the participants may directly contact Dr. Ramlee for further explanation needed, maybe in through email.
Yes, please.
Yes. Okay. So before we wrap up, is there anything else Doctor would like to share before we end our session?
I think I wish all the best to everyone. And the most important thing is you have to try. Please do not stop trying. You have to try. If you do not try in anything, in any matters, so the chances of getting there or you will not get any chance because you haven't tried. So please do try. If it is difficult, it's fine because we have someone else. We have you can talk to other people, get some advice and so on. Please, it's fine. We are here to help you. Okay, good luck.
Okay, so before we thank you for once more for answering the questions and for the informative presentation. I believe what Dr. Ramlee shared will be beneficial to our present and future. It was a pleasure having you here with us, Doctor. So before we end, I would like to call every participant to open your camera and we will have photograph sessions. I'll give like 5 seconds for you to open your camera and we will have a photography session. Okay. Okay. Okay, so I will let my committees to have the photography session. So, okay, smile everyone. Okay. For screen 1. Okay. And then let's move to second screen. Okay. And then for the third screen. Okay, fourth screen. Next. Okay, thank you everyone. Before we wrap up the webinar, I'd like to remind everyone to fill out the feedback attendance form. The link can be found in the chat box. As the saying goes, to every beginning, there is an ending. And now, today's webinar, High Impact Publication Webinar Series 2, Science, Technology and Engineering Cluster has come to its end. Once again, thank you everyone for your presence and we appreciate it. Millions of thanks to the invited speaker, committee members, participants, and those who may have direct or indirect involvement in today's session. On behalf of the organizing committees, I would like to apologize if we have made any mistakes throughout the event. Let us end the session with Tasbih Kifarah and Surah Al-As. I am Aisha Kira, and my duty for hosting today's event. With Wabillahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you, Dr.
Alaikum assalam. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Terima
Thank you,
kasih,
Doctor.
Doktor.
Thank you, Doctor.
Participants may leave after fill up the Google form link, and attention to all the committees and Dr. Ramlee bin Kamarudin, kindly stay in the Zoom meeting. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Doctor.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Doctor.
Fine, maybe live dekat YouTube.